Hello everyone, as you can probably see in the title of the video, this is my student thoughts on Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. This is sort of just going to be like a little video. I'm going to sort of ramble on such about stuff, like my personal history, what I thought of the characters, stuff that wasn't like super important in the review, but stuff I just want to talk about. There's really going to be no format to this. I'm just probably going to ramble and synthesis, and yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of raw kind of footage. First off, my personal history with the game is actually Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance was one of the first M-rated games I got. At that point I had convinced my parents that I was old enough to get M-rated games. It took me like the GameStop. I got a whole bunch of different games. I got like No More Heroes, God of War, and I got like Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Deadly Alliance was the first one I played, so I have a little bit of personal history with the game. It was my first Mortal Kombat, and other than that, I'm like pretty critical of the game still. It's all right. Basically, what I thought of it, it's like out of the three PS2 games, spoiler alert, on my rest of my thoughts, I felt it had like the best like overall roster. Like I know Armageddon had, like all the characters, but I just felt like I liked the roster of Deadly Alliance just a bit more because I enjoyed all the characters that were in there, except for two or so that I'll talk about later. But all of them I found pretty fun. Speaking of characters, I'll talk about the new characters now. First off is Frost. I enjoyed Frost as a character. I thought she was pretty well designed. I like the idea that as these characters are getting older, they're gonna start teaching the newer generation on what they're doing. I looked at like a lot of different complaints and such about characters in Deadly Alliance. A lot of people were complaining about Frost being way too similar to Sub-Zero. What I don't really get that, mainly because, well, it's obvious they're going to be very close to each other, mainly because Sub-Zero is her teacher, so Sub-Zero is going to be teaching her like his way of fighting more likely. But she did have different fighting styles, and I like her different variations on Sub-Zero's classic move. Like does a freezing line instead of a freezing ball, she's or how she impales is different because she can't form the ice sword that Sub-Zero can, but she can create these like little knife things, I think. But yeah, she was pretty cool. Uh, Bo Raicho is next. Uh, I have mixed feelings on him. I like the idea of the character. Like, it makes sense that hey, there's gonna not all the Outworldian people are gonna be like completely evil like Shao Kahn and such. That there's gonna be people who want peace. And I like the idea that Bo Raicho's going out into Earthrealm to help train these warriors like Kung Lao and Liu Kang. I still find that there's still gotta be some loophole he could have done for the Mortal Kombat. You know, like he could go to the Mortal Kombat, fight and knock out like all these other Outworldians, and then like take a dive to the Earthrealm. But I don't. I guess he could do that. I don't know. Other than that, the only problem I have is like with his move set. He feels like that drunk old man that like hangs out of the bar instead of a masterful trainer that they try to portray him as. Like they should have been able to do something better with him. Like I get that he's this all powerful kung fu master. He just doesn't act like that. He's like the drunkard. He's puking on the floor. He's throwing his weight around. I just don't think he's really that great of a character. Next would be Movado. I really like that character. I thought that he was a pretty decent addition there. That he was like the rival to Kano and the Black Dragons, and he was really good because he pretty much killed everyone, including Cabal. Uh, but yeah, I think that was a cool little thing. I think the one thing that could have done to make him a bit of a better character, probably stick better with people, was sort of like make him have an uneasy alliance with the Deadly Alliance. Like he's like, yeah, I'll deal with you there, but as soon as I get a chance to kill Kano, I'm totally gonna kill him. I'm not gonna even care about doing your job for him, which really there because basically he was doing with the Deadly Alliance so he could get a chance at Kano. He should have just been like, yeah, I'm going to do what you say for now until I get a chance. I think that would have made him at least a bit of a better character. That's my opinions. Next would be Hu Shao. The character's dumb. He's literally the worst character in the game. Like, I like Mocap better than him. Like, I think the problem I have with him is that he has no personality. Like, the story states he was an assassin, basically that the Dragon sort of, like, lobotomized of all of his emotions and such, so he's a loyal follower and he'll do whatever they say. Like, I've known Mortal Kombat's done that before. Like, Reptile is, like a blind follower of Shao Kahn and such, but he had personality, which made him and people like him because he had cool powers and such. Yeah, he's dumb and won't do anything of his own accord, but you can't drain a character of all its emotions and personality. That's what sets them apart from everyone else. Like, if they wanted to do that, they could have made like unwilling subject for it, sort of like he has these moments where he snaps back into his original personality and such, but he's sort of like stuck in this loop of it's being overridden by his program and such. But yeah, like they had to try to give him some cool powers. They weren't really that great. Next is Natara. She's sort of like the neutral, like playing both sides. Like she doesn't really care who wins, just as long as she gets a current certain things. Like she's, I don't remember exactly where she fits into the story. I know she's like a vampire and she's like against the Indians, I think. But yeah, she was alright. She wasn't like super big in the story, but she had some cool things. Like it's kind of cool that there are vampires in there. I just not much to say about her. Lee May, her character's just for tits. I'm sorry, her character's just tits. Like literally, she's like another one of those like good people in that world. But no, her design, especially if you look at her art costume, it's just tits. It's just tits. She's a walking pair of tits that fight. There's literally nothing special about her. She, I wish like there was something I could say that was like decent about the character. No, she's just tits. Like trust me. Um, Next is Kenshi. Yeah. What I said about him being like the only character any cared at all, well, anyone cared about after this game is absolutely correct, as he's like the only one everyone like. He made it as a DLC character in Mortal Kombat 9. Like he's the character in Mortal Kombat X. Everyone loves him. Like everyone. Like, and everyone forgets that he probably like started in Deadly Alliance, which is not one of Mortal Kombat's strongest games, but it's a decent game at least. But oh man, it's just like everyone loves like a blind swordsman who just kicks butt. It's just what can I say? It's just everyone knows that he's blind and he's a swordsman and he's cool. Other than that, there's not much to say about him. Next is Dronum. I think he had a cool history as he was like a former Outworld leader, like before Shao Kahn, before spoiler Onaga in the next game. He was the Outworld leader. Kind of cool about that. It's cool about his history, and it's cool about some of his design. Like he has that mask that controls his rage and everything. Other than that, his move pool really wasn't that great. He shoots flies at you. It's kind of dumb. It's kind of lame. But yeah, he has a lot of really cool moves, like his where he spins his like little his like iron mace hand and whatnot. I thought it was pretty cool. His buddy Moloch, the other Oni that Wanchi recruits, he's a sub boss. He's basically that big brooding idiot that most of the time Mortal Kombat's go to. Like he's like the Shao Kahn of that game. He's super tough and does a whole crap ton of damage. But hey, it's still a pretty decent character. Kind of cool. Kind of threatening. Yeah. Um. Other than that, we also got Blaze that was introduced in this game. I think he's sort of like a continuation of a rumored character that was like in MK2. Everyone was like, "Oh, you can play as that fire dude that was in the Mortal Kombat 2 arena." I'm like, that's a cool little thing. Um, I won't talk much about him mainly because I'll probably talk about him a lot more in Deception and Armageddon as he's a big player in those. He's something. So, like I don't have a whole lot to say about him. He's kind of just like he's on fire. He does stuff. Woo! I don't have much else to say. Mocap, he's so dumb, so dumb. Why is Mocap in the game? Like, why made Ed Boon think, oh, it'd be a great idea. Let's put the guy who does the action suits with the balls on him in the game. No. Why? Why did that have to be a thing? I'd be better off with just put Ed Boon in the game. Why isn't Ed Boon a character in the series so far? I would make complete sense that Ed Boon just randomly in the game. I'd be more willing to accept that than have the ball dude in the game. To be honest. All right. That covers all like the new characters, returning characters. I enjoyed all the designs of them. Uh, I really like Sub Zero's design a lot. Jax's arms are probably one of my favorites versions of it, besides the recent ones. Like I sort of like how it's like really, it looks really cool. It's like it's upgraded from just like that has a line thing. It's like the metal works really cool on it. It's kind of hard to explain. I like Sonia's design. That was pretty good. She looked like actually commanding officer. Um, Other than that, Kano's is Kano. Scorpion. Everyone looked about what I expected the characters to look like. Um, my thoughts on the story will probably be next now. It's alright. I like the idea that they're reusing these two characters that have been sort of like minor players. Like Shang Tsung was, yeah, he was like the final boss of first Mortal Kombat. But I like how he's come back now, like as a minor player for Shao Kahn. Quan Chi was a minor player for Shinnok. Now they're coming together to try to beat one super villain. But my problem with it is that why they're probably the smartest writing they had. Like it would make sense for these two characters to finally kill off Shao Kahn, to finally kill off Liu Kang. But it's just like, yeah, they're two sorcerers, and their final fights are just like normal fights. They're not like anything groundbreaking. Like Shao Kahn, he was a challenge. He was something new to the series. He was something big, but that's just my opinion. They were alright as villains. They were just like it's like they didn't have like the personalities to be like the super boss that Shao Kahn and Naga and have been. Heck, even Shinnok was probably a better villain. Um, Overall, all right. I'm gonna move on to why I gave it a rating of somewhat still worth playing. I really thought that the game had probably like one of the better rosters. Like besides Yu Shao, Mocap, and there was like no one that was absolutely terrible in the roster. Like there was like a character for everyone. Like you had the ninjas that's like, oh yeah, classic things. Yeah, good balance of classic and new ones that had ample design. Um, I thought like gameplay wise, it was pretty good. Zai's impaling and such, there was nothing that was super broken. Yeah, the fatalities sucked, but overall, I can sort of like get past that. It's just like as long as the gameplay's solid, the characters are good, and the story's decent. There's it's a standalone. It's a standalone Mortal Kombat. It's pretty good. It's nothing super groundbreaking, but I feel that it's somewhat worse. It was like somewhat worth playing. I didn't think there was enough cons to say that it was barely worth playing. I think there's still reason to go back to that one, but it was nowhere close to being like a ones that I would say you should play or still really worth playing at all. It's just sort of like someone like, hey, you want to pop in a PS2 to Mortal Kombat? Oh yeah, you got like Deadly Alliance. That's what I really feel about it. Uh, I really didn't take nostalgia into really account, as I usually won't do that in my reviews of games. But other than that, that's basically my extended thoughts on Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. If you enjoy these videos, these extended thought videos, please give me a like, and so I'll know if you guys want more of these. Again, if this is your first time to the channel, do check out the Mortal Kombat review. I'm going to put it in this corner right here. Yeah, that's a thing you can check out. Other than that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and do enjoy the rest of your days or whatnot. I don't know what time you're watching this. I'm rambling and such. See ya.